What's going on, everybody? This is Dave from This Is Punk Promotions. I'm here with Cam from Eugene Levy from Muscatine, Iowa. Did I say that right?
You did, dude. The
All
first
right.
one to ever say it right. People used to say Muscatine.
I was
Yeah, it's
about to say
Muscatine.
it.
Yeah,
All
man.
right, let's jump right into it. So when and how
Do
did
it.
you guys form?
2018. I wasn't a part of the band yet, so I was a late addition, but Brian Martinez, our vocalist, and Brian Wilson, our other guitar player, and our bassist, Nick Himes, kind of got together and wanted to do something fun, right? So a fun, positive sounding, upbeat, because they were in a super sad boy emo band, a few years prior. And once they kind of went on the wayside, he was like, man, I just really would like to switch this up and do something a little more, happy, upbeat, positive. And they started Eugene Levy. And, at first it wasn't supposed to be anything that was really serious. It was just, let's play some local shows. Let's do some of that. And, that's really it. A year later, I get added in. And, of course, since I was little, I always wanted to take, music to the highest level I could. And I started like pushing these boys. And sure enough, man, stuff just started taking off, man. Writing better music, writing more relatable music, but still staying true. And so, yeah, we started, Eugene Levy started in 2018. And, here we are 2 EPs later, a few singles here and there later. But yeah, man, we're humping and bumping and really, really happy to be here with you, and just happy in general to be creating music in this time, and still kicking through the pandemic. Nothing stopped us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you released a EP in 2020, A Night In. How's the
That
response
was,
been?
dude, that was really good. That was the first EP that I was on. So the guitar and the writing, I did writing on and helped the boys kind of construct that. And it was a little different sounding, obviously. So the first EP was released in 2019. It was called Here's to Someone, which I wasn't a part of. So I think when you listen to those 2 EPs, you hear what I bring to the table in regards to writing, where kind of my guitar loyalties lie, which you and I talked about earlier, which is that metalcore, like I said, I'm 31, so I've been around. I heard, I've heard a lot of music and been playing since I was 6 years old. So I got to grow up on all that stuff, so kind of bring some easy core into it. And that was cool, but we still wanted to be true to the early 2000s pop punk. So I didn't want to deter too far from that, but we were still learning each other at that time. During A Night In, I was very new to the band, and I was trying to bring my influences into Eugene Levy and what was already there, and they were cool with it, but we just weren't. We didn't do it right. You know what I mean? It wasn't fully intertwined and set still. So the more you play with each other and write with each other, the more it comes into play. So I think now we've got it dialed in. This new single that we got coming out in April 16th, man. This is what Eugene Levy has always wanted to sound like, and I think everybody's going to love it.
Very cool.
Yeah,
So
man.
who did you record A Night In with, and how's the process?
So we recorded with Aaron Isaacson out of Princeton, Illinois. There's a lot of bands in this area, at least, Iowa, Western Illinois, I believe even some Wisconsin guys, Southeast Wisconsin. He's got a pretty big name for himself now. He's doing really well, but he's a wizard, man. But he's like the 6th member of our band. He just cares so much about his product, which whatever comes out of his door, right? It's like any business. And if he doesn't like something that that we've got, or a part that I think you should try this, man. I think he's an actual producer, a really good producer and a hell of an engineer. So I think you hear that with our final mixes and what you hear on Spotify and whatever you guys stream with in the recordings. So yeah, we strive to have the best production, the best sound that we can get. So we don't try to save a buck. in that realm. We want the best we can get recordings wise. So the process is, nowadays, I go to a separate guy, Sam Nelson. He's a vocalist for 5 a.m. Here out of Davenport, Iowa. And I write a lot of the songs with him, just him and I got a riff in mind. It's a great melodic riff. I typically hear a melody in mind when I've got this riff. I bring it to him. We go ahead and MIDI some drums, MIDI some bass in with it, and then we build the song from there, man. We build it from a riff. And when I write with a melody in mind, it helps our vocalist come in and, he's got this giant space to actually explore some different melodies within that instrumental melody. So it's a big cohesive thing, man. And we all get to put our own little spin on it after the demo's made. And then we book the time with Aaron and we go do this for real, so we all record our parts and do it big time. So yeah, we got 2 different people that we go through. But like I said, a team is huge. I think, when you're coming up as a band, having somebody that helps you out along the way with demos and then final recordings, video, and all that stuff. So we got a whole team that helps us put together, a release. So it's a long process, but it's worth it, man.
That's awesome. So how's the scene there? Do you have a favorite venue, local band?
Man, it's a great scene here. I'm from St. Louis originally, and there's, it's a decent scene down there. The big cities, it's a, pretty good in a big city, really is. So, I moved up here to Muscatine, little small town, Iowa, cornfields and whatnot. And I was actually surprised, man. Davenport, Iowa, and Burlington, Cedar Rapids, kind of a nice little area. A lot of talented musicians, a lot of talented bands, people that really love the craft. They love the grind. And it's a great scene, man. So local shows are great. A lot of good little venues. College Town, Iowa City, from the University of Iowa. So you got Gabe's, which is a great little venue. State Champs has played in, and that sort of thing. So yeah, man, we got a lot of opportunities to hop on some good bills and that sort of thing. And we're looking forward to that for 2021 once all this kicks off again.
That's awesome.
Heck yeah.
Who are your biggest influences?
Biggest influences. My dad's a huge one. Growing up, he got me into music, got me into guitar. I grew up on, some of the more radio friendly hard rock when I was young, riding in your car with your mom, your dad, that sort of thing. So, Breaking Benjamin was a big one. Seven Dust, Godsmack, Nickelback, dare I say, but you can't deny that they put out fantastic music and sold buttloads of records. So, I grew up on all that, and I think that's what listening to those bands, they know how to write a song, right? The formula, if you will. This is the intro is the chorus, or what what I mean, like where the formula lies. I think that's kind of what helped me, for one, really be interested in playing guitar, and for two, songwriting. So I love songwriting as much as I love performing on stage. And, now I really look up to a lot of the big guys, right? The big pop punk bands and whatnot that are doing it big time. So A Day to Remember, that's a huge one for me, man. I really enjoy those guys. They're, again, controversial right now with the new album, but I don't care. They write a great song, man, right? So they know the formula. They've been doing right for a long time. And so metal up to pop punk and everything in between, man. I got influences everywhere, and I think I try to utilize a lot of that in my writing. So
very cool. So now I'm going to ask you some non-music questions. It's a good way for me to get to know you. I did this with other bands I interviewed. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Shoot.
Our first one, favorite sports team?
Dallas Cowboys. Bar none, dude. Out of the womb. This is a family thing, so don't shoot me down. I was out of the womb. I was destined. So,
who's your favorite player?
Oh, Troy Aikman. Classic, right? Yep.
Can't go wrong with Aikman.
Hell no. 3 Super Bowl rings. I mean, come on. There's no Brady, but So.
Favorite subject in school?
It was definitely history. Science was a close second, but yeah, man, history is a big one for me. Uh, I think it's all fascinating. A lot of stuff's horrific, right? So it's kind of crazy to see where we are today and what it took to become where we are today. And for that, I respect the hell out of it. So yeah, history is a big one for me.
Very cool. Would you rather have a house on the beach or in the mountains?
I'm a mountain man. Yeah, get the hell away from people. I love the beach, but yeah, get me away from people. As long as I have a studio at home and you know, I can shoot some guns and kind of do my thing. And I'm 31 now, man. So I used to want to be house on the beach, but yeah, the more I get older, the more I just want to be up in the mountains and alone. So
Cool. If you could be any superhero, what superhero?
dude, I just watched that 4-hour cut of that Zack Snyder's Justice League. Whew. It used to be Batman, but man, seeing what Superman can do, I'm gonna have to switch it. I gotta be Superman. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, you gotta watch it, man. That Zack Snyder cut's absurd.
I'll check it
Really
out.
well done. Really well done.
If you could be fluent in another language instantly, what language?
It would probably be Spanish, man. A lot of Spanish going around right now that I can't communicate with. And yeah, Spanish would be a good one. I wish I knew more. I'm lazy.
Last one. What are some places in where you're at that people should check out?
Man, I think anywhere along the Mississippi River will give you a good perspective. There's a lot of small little cities that have been around, small towns, even river towns that have been around for years and years, centuries, man. That have got a lot of history to them. I don't know, man. St. Louis is a good one. Uh, but even go, even further north. Um, I'm a big Wisconsin guy, man. When you dip up into Minnesota and Wisconsin, the topography is so beautiful. You get up on the big hills and the big, I don't even know if you call them mountains, but they're damn near mountains, and you overlook the little tributaries and whatnot that stem from the mouth of the Mississippi River. Man, just puts things in perspective, and it's just so beautiful. So, yeah, there's a lot of cool land to be explored and seen in the Midwest. So, I know the ocean and coasts are cool and all, but us river boys are cool too. There's a lot of cool stuff out here. So,
That's awesome, man.
heck yeah.
Well, I really appreciate you coming on and chatting it up for a little bit. I really appreciate you supporting me, and this is Punk Promotions.
Thanks, man. Thanks for all you do. We'll support you forever.
Much love. I hope you have a great day. We'll talk soon.
You got it, brother.
See ya.
Peace, man.